Oh yeah. We back in the building, young Gilder gang. We back in the building. It don't stop, it don't quit. We still putting it together for you. We still bringing it to you hot and live, straight out the burner, baby. We about to show you how to move in a room full of vultures. We're gonna show you how to move in a room full of vultures. Show you how to move in a room full of vultures. Let me get that thumbnail put up there for y'all. It's about to get cracking up in this thing, young Gilder gang. We got another banger. We dropping banger after banger. They say the young Elder going crazy, man, over here. Putting out hit after hit. It don't stop, it don't quit, baby. We too legit to quit. You know, Hammer Time, Tahuti, and them. And I'm part of that now. Tahuti and them. Yeah. We back at you again. Let me get that thumbnail loaded up for you. If you're coming in the building and you're new to the page, be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe button, baby. Hit that bell. And if you don't receive a notification from us every day, come back and check with us, man. We got something for you every day, no doubt. We hope you checked out the Rod Haynes tape. We put the Rod Haynes tapes out last night. It's already going platinum. Everybody checking that out, right? But tonight, we're gonna show you how to move in a room full of vultures. There's vultures out here, y'all. I'm telling you, there's real vultures out here. People that gather around you, especially when you get some money. So what they tell you about money? What they tell you about money if vultures gather around, if vultures eat the dead, if vultures, when something is about to die in the wild, and as it lays down and fades out, vultures are making a circle around it. And they're circling, and then once they see it go, they swoop right in. So it's all, when you start getting money, it's always vultures. And then, so if money bring the vultures, what they tell you about money? If vultures eat the dead, and vultures gather around you when you got money, they want to feed on you. And you got another type of species called a leech. You get some leech people out here. They want to leech on you, latch on to you, suck your blood. It's that vampire shit. Let me get that thumbnail, man. We ain't finna be in the building. I hope this thumbnail is big enough for y'all to see it. We're gonna show you how to move in a room full of vultures. Keep in mind, there's also other types of species of beings that you're dealing with. But the vultures and the leeches, it's the ones that gather around. My brother, he was 19 years old. He hit the lottery for $250,000. Check that out. And he had went to the boat maybe like a week before that and hit $50,000 at the boat. Oh, I'm gonna open this door for Haru now. And Hakeem. I got Hakeem coming in on me, y'all. I got Hakeem coming in on me. But we're gonna show you how to move in a room full of vultures tonight. We're gonna get that chat loaded up. We're gonna get that chat loaded up for you. Hey, I'm going live right now, baby. So hold on, let me get that chat loaded up so I can see what we're all in this one. Gonna give you some game tonight. Free game 101. You got energy vampires out here because we're not just gonna talk about vultures, but the vultures are the main we point them out because it's a good side and a bad side to everything. The good side to vultures are that they decompose dead carcass and convert the energy back so it can be reused again, recycled. They part of the recycle of the planet. Hey, what it do? MYC OTF. Yeah, we in the building, man. Young other guy. And also you can take the V off, put a C there, and you got culture. When you spin it around, use circumology on it. But they feed these vultures, they gather around when you got the money. I'm gonna tell you a story about my brother, right? My brother 19 years old, right? We in Dallas. He come down the street pole, hit the $50,000 at the boat on the jackpot. So he got 50,000 in his pocket. Him and my cousin stopped somewhere in Texas, like in a rinky-dink town, because that's what they be having. That's what people be hitting them lotteries at. And I be half of that shit is just fake anyway. Ran by the mob to collect money, and then they pay somebody 200,000 and act like they won $1 million, 100, 200 million, and they really just got 200,000 to be an actor. Something out of that lottery as a host. I ain't never won it, but my brother won it, so it got to be something to it, right? He won 500,000. He said, but him and my cousin went half on a ticket, a $10 ticket, and won 500,000, and they split the money down two ways. Both of them got 190,000 after the tax. But as soon as they got that money, man, the vultures surrounded them. And they began feeding off of them. And vultures, when you think about vultures, you're thinking about an ugly looking bird. But in reality, in life, as people, these vultures they be the prettiest people you ever seen, because they got to be pretty to get close to you. So my brother, he was married to a beautiful wife. He got married before I did, my younger brother. But when he got the money, 190,000, he had already had the 50,000, bought his wife a new car, put rims on it, TVs and all that in it. It was young, like 19, 20, right? And then he sitting up there on that type of money, and then he hustling, and then he get the 190. So now, when he got the money, one day I called him. I'm tell you how niggas are, man. I called this dude. I said, hey man, look. I called him, and somebody else answered the phone. And the person that answered the phone, I didn't even know him, but they said that was my cousin from some other state. I was like, damn, how the hell this dude, how you get with my brother? Oh yeah, man, shit, we just chilling. I'm his secretary. So this dude just popped up out of nowhere saying that he our cousin, and he was my cousin on my daddy's side from Grambling. But how my brother never even met us really. He met us because we went down there a couple times when we was younger, but he hadn't contacted us in years. But all of a sudden now, when my brother got $200,000, now he pop up and he hanging out with us. And then look, these niggas when niggas get money, man, they act funny. This nigga got the money, and then he had this dude taking. I had to take. He had to take me down and put me on a schedule to give him a call, give my brother a call back, because you got to see. I'm his secretary. This was the dude. This was what my cousin told me. See, I'm his secretary, man, now, and you got to really hide. You got to really I gotta write your name down so he can call you back. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, this nigga, this is my motherfucking brother. How the hell I gotta write? This is my little brother. Nigga, you put my little brother on the damn phone. The hell this nigga talking about? Right? And keep in mind, my brother owed me some money then. But like my little brother always looked out for him. He looked out for me too though. So but this nigga, I got this nigga on the phone. He like, man, I'm over here, man. I'm balling out. So we about to hit the strip club and this and that, man. We about to go to, we about to go up here and make some ass clap. So he went to the strip club and some chick up in there, some fine chick. I remember seeing her. She was tall and fine chick. Got in his ear. He stunned, throwing money on the chick, and he ended up leaving the club with the chick, and she was a vulture, but she was fine. See, them vultures, they be fine. And the whole time, come to find out, 3 months later, she got a pimp in Oklahoma. She's a prostitute for a pimp in Oklahoma. And he was still at his house with his wife, but he had got this chick in an apartment, fully furnished for, bought her like 2 cars, like he claimed they was his cars. He just had them parked over there. He had a Harley Davidson truck. Really, that was supposed to be my truck, the Harley Davidson truck. But the chick ended up, the vulture ended up finessing him out of it. And then he had a Lincoln Town car, some 26s or 24s, and she got that too. She drove that one day and the tire went flat on it. She left it on the side of the road. The Mexicans, see, in Texas and in Dallas, you leave your car, you got them fixed up cars, donks and all that, you leave it on the side of the road and gone for 25 minutes. By the time you come back, that mug gonna look like a damn, you might well take it to the junkyard, man. The Mexicans, they took the rims, the brake pad, nigga, the seats, the TVs you had in there every day. They probably got your motor out that mug if you left it overnight. If you leave it overnight, the motor gonna be gone out that mug. That's how they get down in D-Town. They ride around with trailers on back of their shit with air guns. And they'll take your whole car apart, nigga, in 25, 30 minutes, like a NASCAR. You come back, your shit sitting on bricks. That's how you get jacked up in the D-Town. But the essays we don't be playing. They'll jack you, man, while you gone. Don't leave your car on flat on side of the road in D-Town. Now, it may be like that in other places too, in other cities too. You come back, your shit on bricks. Vultures circling around, waiting till you got up, you up high, you shining, and then as soon as you leave your car on the side of the road and go get the flat fixed, come back, everything gone. Tires, trunk, they probably took your gas tank out that motherfucker. And hey, your steering wheel, your CD player, your seats. Shit, they even get niggas carpet up out that joint, man. I'm telling you, lights, cause they got a whole bunch of chop shops and delis. Yeah, but vultures come to feed right up off you. And that chick got the U-Haul one night, got all the furniture up, and that car, that truck, and took it and left and disappeared to Oklahoma. And then when my brother called to find out my brother had left his wife for the chick. My brother left his wife for the chick, and I told him don't do that. He left his wife for the chick, and his wife ended up leaving Dallas. The good chick, the good woman that he had, the good Nubian sister. And this chick, after 3 months of him spending all his money, because he only had 200,000, 200,000 ain't that much. Even though he was hustling at the same time, he giving this chick 1,000, 1,500 every other day to go shopping or whatever. And then I told him, his big brother called him. Cause back then I was intelligent too, and I was already studying real estate. I told this dude, you got 190,000. You already got that like 25, 30 on that 50 you had. What you need to do is you need to come over here to North Dallas. In North Dallas, they had these condos upstairs and downstairs, like 3 bedroom or 4 bedroom, 2 baths, and you can buy them for $90,000 a piece. So I told him man, you can spend all your money on these two. If anything happens, you can live in one and rent the other one out, right in North Dallas. Oh man, I'm putting to do that. I mean, he's 19, you know. He turned. Hey, you give a 19-year-old 200,000, they off the ground. Imagine if you give him a couple million, what happened? You probably kill the guy. You probably take a 19-year-old out because you mess his life up. It's too much money for a kid right then, without nobody old enough to guide him. But everybody gathered around. Every cousin I had, it was over 10 cousins that came out of the woodworks that was gathered around my brother, following him everywhere you go. That's the same thing that happened with Hurricane and the rest of them. All these artists that get all this money, they all these vultures come out of the woodworks. Some of them be their kinfolks, and they gather around and want money from you. And when you fall, they eat you. They feed on you. So what they tell you about money? What they tell you about money, man? He went and bought him a Hellcat. He went to when he got the check, the cashier's check, he went straight to the Dodge dealership and went in the dealership and was looking at a Hellcat on the showroom floor. That they wanted like 70, 80,000 for. Right? This fool, and they asking him because he got a couple of chains on, he already got like diamonds and stuff in his mouth, real diamonds. So they asking him, can they help him? Right, while he's looking at this Hellcat. And he said, yeah, man, I'm trying to cop this right here. I'm trying to cop this off the showroom floor, like play cash for it, this Hellcat. And they said, hey, what do you do? He said, oh yeah, man, I just signed the cash money record, man. That's how niggas do, man. I just signed the cash money record, man. I'm on now. I'm on. I got a $200,000 check. They thinking in their head, this nigga a dumbass, tell us how much money he got, because now we finna charge him extra just for telling him. See, when you go in and you flashing and you stunning on with vultures, they take advantage of you. They'll take advantage of you. The price of the car really like 70,000, but we're gonna charge him 80 since he said he got it. It's really 70,000 for the car. We're gonna charge him 80. Say, you know, because he a dumbass, and we vultures. We eat dead people that's mentally slow. When the real guy will go up in there and say, oh, it's 70 is the lowest you can take. Well, can you take 65? Can you take 65 cash? Because when you got cash, they gonna be on it anyway. At the dealership, they gonna be on it, man. I'm telling you. You come in there with 60. If the car's 70, you come in there with 60 cash, you might can drive off that bitch with right then with that 60 cash. Because that's how the cash, they finna get a big ass bonus from it. The car really ain't worth that much. The car really worth so like a Hellcat probably worth by around 20,000. The less being to maybe be manufactured, and then they sell it for 80, 4-5 times the price. And then if it got miles on it, the price go down. So they vultures at the dealership. There's a whole bunch of vultures. At the dealership, they gonna feed out for you if you go in there talking about how much money you got on. You never tell them how much you got down. You never tell them nothing until you get the end negotiated price. Once you get that end negotiated price, and then you tell them, can you? Well, this is what I got. Can you go down? Can you do this? They call it dipping and dapping. We talking about it. We talk about this subject in the Hustles manual, right? when you go in a place, especially like a pawn shop or something, you always try to talk them down. He says, right about peace. Oh yeah, hey, peace and love, brother. Yeah, fool and his money shall soon depart. A fool and his money shall soon depart. But it's a lot of other shit they don't tell you about that money, like the energy that it carries. It has a magnetic energy to it. And people get money, that's when the vultures come. That's when the leeches come. That's when the negative side. Because in your relationship, you can have a negative side. It depends on how you look at it, though. You shouldn't let money be the judge of how love is issued out in your relationship. But like I say, most people, it's all about the money. How much money can you pay my bills? Can I be secure? That's what they think. So some people in a relationship, that's a negative. They take, they don't give. So it's got to be a give and a take and a give. Look, man, but I ain't taking nothing. I'm doing nothing but giving. You know what I'm saying? I ain't taking nothing. Why? Because I'm a giver. You see what I'm saying? But this is one phase of the vulture culture. You got to keep in mind, they told you in the Injil that this place has become a habitation of every foul and unclean spirit, Babylon. And they were in spirits, and it's in reference to birds. So it's bird spirits over here, and a vulture is one of those spirits. You got people, man, you got to pay attention to what's going on. The people who come when you get the money or when you get success, those people you got to watch, because they could be a vulture or a leech. So, and you got vampires, which is in the same category really as the vultures. The vampires is the ones that drain your energy. They're the boss on your job. That when you're having a good day, at the end of the day, they give you bad news, and you got to go home and take that energy to your house and think about it all night, about the bad energy. Oh, I could lose my job just off of this, or that I don't like that boss because he just gave me bad energy, man. He just dumped some energy on me, like dumped trash on me, trash energy on me, and I had to go home, and now I'm thinking about work at home. You shouldn't be thinking about work at home. When you clock out, that motherfucker, it don't exist. When you clock out, it don't exist no more. That place don't exist. And so you got to get back in that joint the next day and clock back in. And now they use a nigga's fingerprint to clock in and out. This shit is getting crazy. I'm telling you, man. And it's vultures on the job. People that take advantage of other people, make you do their work. People that think they smarter than you. People use people as pawns. They use people as different chess pieces on the board. So you gotta be seeing what's going down, man. When you're moving around in this room full of vultures, people who want to feed off you, people who want to pull you down. We call them crabs, crab people, right? Just because crabs in a barrel pull each other down. And niggas always been like crabs in a barrel, right? Pulling each other down. Don't want to see the next man shine. That's why when you get big, don't hang out in the hood. I ain't gonna hang out in the hood no more when I get big. But I will try to pull more people out the hood. Keep in mind, they wore the hood, the Ku Klux Klan. So we trying to pull niggas out of the hood. Pull the hood off your damn head and wake your ass up. Pull the hood off your damn head and wake your ass up. And see that we gotta get the business. We gotta get to work. We can do something, we can change the world right now by focusing on our children and making sure they don't get none of the shit that we got. The education, the religion. Because it's vultures in religion. When you go to their church, they gather around you. They try to get you to join. They want to know, get in your business. Do you got any friends and family members that you can bring? So they can gather around you and give you the dead information. Well, it's a belief system. Well, somebody gonna save you. You can't save yourself. Jesus gotta save you. These other beings, some other being gotta save you. Or Allah. Somebody gotta save you other than you. That's when they take the power from you right there as you for you being a god. Vultures, leeches, right? To feed upon you, to get money out of you. So what they tell you about money? Money must got a dead energy on it. The people get murdered behind money. People die behind money, so money must got a dead energy on it. And the people that's on money is dead. George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, these people dead. Or what they call death, right? Yeah, correcting your status. At this point right now, all you gotta do is be public about it. Let it be public. Correcting your status is going public with it, man. Letting everybody know that you separated from the fraud. And then you can go through the necessary affidavits to send to your city courts and your local courts and your state court secretaries and all that, and then your governor, and then the state troopers. You know, you send to all the organizations or the corporations to let them know you separated from the fraud. Yeah, we'll probably do a tape on that. I got a whole book on that. It's called Correct Your Status. That book is somewhere around here. But he says, whenever I work at the job, I made sure that I learned this year, but never allowed to do all. That's right, Lady Al. Those jobs are really never plantations. They were never plantations, man. Hey, shout out Tanya Spear for the donation. Peace and blessings. If you're in the building, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Keep in mind, there's people out here that think they know magic. I think they know alchemy. And they out here, the Luciferians and the Satanists, they out here working their magic. But when you get money, because an old man told me, one of my teachers, he said the wolves are around the money. The wolves are around the money. So that means that the money draws a whole bunch of different type of creatures in. It draws vultures, wolves. That's a whole nother being right there. See, if you move in and you got wolves on your ass, right? Wolves is definitely out to eat your ass. Wolves are definitely out to eat you. Unless you some other type of creature that they don't normally eat. But if you're a deer, like a sheep, especially sheep. Oh man, they they hunt for miles looking for a piece of lamb ass, piece of a lamb ass. They hunt miles, right? So if you a gentle person and you got a lot of money, the wolves are gonna be on you. The wolves are gonna be around. You got to go amongst wolves. You got to go amongst wolves to get the money. The more money you make on your job, the more wolves is on your job. I'm telling you, the more deep spirits. And another place they hang out at is the casino boats. It's a whole bunch of different type of creatures. But you gotta keep in mind when you say demons, you're talking about extraterrestrial beings. They refer to them in the Bible as angels, right? Which angel really means messenger. You're talking about extraterrestrial beings. And these extraterrestrial beings, if you read the Scroll of Eyes, we broke down they're different species from different galaxies. Some of these demons are bird beings. Some of these demons are feline beings. Some of these demons are centaurian beings, Arcturian beings, half man, half horse beings. Different types of they refer to as bad, evil, unholy spirits. Right? And I wanted to do a tape. We might do this one, then come back again and do the angels versus demons tape, or we might just tie both of them together in this one tape. The angels versus demons, because we here fighting. It's a fight. It's a battle. It's still going on right now, y'all. It's a battle still going on right now. We fighting against good is fighting against bad every day, every second. When it's people that's out, that's real demons that really, when you see them doing the wrong they do, you can't. Some of us can't explain it. Why? What makes him want to do that? What gives them the energy to do that? Some of people can't explain it. Why? Because they haven't figured out the game yet, man. It's a lot of demons here. People that's devil sitting out there talking to themselves. A lot of people ain't crazy. And some of them people is crazy. They're up there talking to themselves. That's what I do out there talking to himself at the gas station, facing the wall. And then he starts screaming, who. But we're talking about vultures, man. People who want to take advantage of you. When you feel like me, back in the day, I calmed down a lot. Back in the day, though, if I feel like you was trying to play me, we got a problem. If I feel like you was trying to play me and play on my intelligence, we got a problem now. And I don't give a damn if you the boss, whoever you is, the store manager, the governor. I don't give a damn. If you trying to play me and take advantage of me, we got a problem. And we're gonna hold court about it. I come approach you about it, and I be the way I'm gonna. It just you know, I ain't like that no more. Now I play chess more wiser, sit back and make moves like that. But I used to attack problems head on, right in it, get right on it, right within it. What you got? What you want to do? We can fight. What you want to do? Let's do it. I'm like a little baby. Play if you want. Let's do it. Play if you want. Let's do it. Let's go. Take off. You know what I'm saying? Take off. Somebody take off. Yeah, I used to be like that, man, but it's crazy. Yeah, some people do that. That's a gift. That's really a gift that's been cut off due to what they did to us when we were kids, you know. When they tell you gotta have these to go to school, or else you gotta have these records to go to school. That's all we can tell you on that. But what that is you can communicate with these beings. These beings that if you had the lens, you can see them. And I'm gonna tell you this: you don't really want the lens to see them. You know why? Because when you get that, if you ever get that lens, and I got it, If you get that lens to see them, you're gonna see how many of them is here. It's more of them here than it is us walking around on the planet. It's more beings here than it is us. Because you got to think about it. Even the air molecules are beings. That's why you see them as light. When they, if you ever get dizzy enough, you get the lens, you can see these little molecules floating around in the air. They light particles, pions. Everything has a boss. Everything gets smaller. Everything gets taller in this thing. But you got to have the lens. But like I said, if you had the lens to see these beings, these extraterrestrials, you'll be like, damn, it's so many of them here. So it'll be overwhelming. Some people brain, we getting your brain set up to handle it, but a lot of people just can't handle it right now. Their brain ain't ready to. You could go into epileptic shock, and you can start having it can send your whole nervous system into shock, coming in contact with some of these things and where they look. But we don't want to get sidetracked. That's extraterrestrial shit. We want to talk about how do you move in a room full of vultures? First of all, you keep your damn mouth closed. My mama used to always tell me that. When you're supposed to go in there, do your damn job and keep your damn mouth closed. I used to get at work when I was a kid, when I had my first job, like at Popeye's chicken and shit. And my mama knew the manager. It was like a homegirl. And they talked back and forth. But my mama was like, you just go up in there and keep your damn mouth closed and just do with your job and get the hell out of there. That's how my mama is. See, keep your mouth closed is her main thing. Because sometimes people attract their own vultures when they talk and tell people too much. That's why it says in the 48 Laws of Power, say less. You hear the young cats, they say less, say less. Say less about people. Most people that go to jail, a lot of them tell on themselves when they should have said less. They had the right to remain silent. So you got the right to remain silent. That's a galactic law. That's a galactic law. You got a right to remain silent. That means they got. I saw a girl, two girls. They got accused of killing a guy, and they went in there and pretty much told them everything. And they had the right to. And then they got mad when they gave them 100 years. They told them everything that they did and why they did it. And then they got mad when the police and them gave them 100 years. Shit's crazy. When they had the right to remain silent, but the police and the judges and the DEA, they vultures. They hit a feed off the dead. So you mentally dead. You mentally dead. Why? Because you don't know no law. That's what they was trying to say when they was calling us niggas. That we mentally dead. Right, and then you got people that came up and switched that up, never getting goals accomplished. Right, but these vultures, they feed off of people. The people perish. When you perish, that's when these vultures on you for the lack of knowledge. So when you go into court, you don't know no better, and you are incompetent. The vultures are waiting on you at the courthouse. As soon as you walk up in there, they feed on you. Because as soon as they find you a dead man, they go right in. They dig in on you. Right at the courthouse. Right at these illegal venues that they're doing. Right downtown. They vultures. The police. Some good police out here. Some good police. My cousin is a police. Some good cops out here. And my cousin, you got a high chance of getting let go if he pull you over. He ain't gonna be all sniffing down off in your car. If my cousin pull you over, you gotta be a dumbass because you was doing some shit that, like, say you was going 100 miles an hour in a 50 or 40 or something. You gotta be doing it. You can go 20, you can go 10 over. He might not even pull you over. If you going 25, 30 over, and you about to run niggas off the road and shit, that's my cousin say, oh, I gotta stop this nigga. He's a real hazard to the community, right? You got cops out there like that, but then you got cops out there that are vultures and they're specifically here to feed on the Nubian community. That's why when I go to court and look at 95% of the people that's in there for tickets is Nubians. 95%. They whole machine is ran off our ignorance. Their whole system is ran off our ignorance. And they are the vultures that's here to feed on the dead, who are the niggas who don't know nothing, who incompetent, who don't know who don't honor their mothers and their fathers and their ancestors by saying who you are, standing up for who you are, standing up for the Constitution. The Constitution was put together by Native American Indians. You guys, and you don't even stand on it. You talking about you some black nigga, you from Africa, you African American, right? Which is a damn oxymoron. But it is true though. It can be true once you break it all down. But we really Moors. We really Shoshone. We really Creek. We really Seminole Moors. Washington Moors. Yamasee Moors. Moors from Scotland and England. Moors from Great Britain. From the royal bloodline of the Williams. Right? So we keep the vultures fed by not being properly educated and not properly educating our children. Everybody that's 18, when you start signing old enough to sign contracts, put your signature to anything, you should know about your kids should know everything about contracts. A job application is a contract. 10W40s, anything you sign is a contract. Keep that in mind. And if you don't know that, the vultures are right there to feed on you. The vultures. Your driver's license is a contract. Your birth certificate. Your marriage license, contract. And if you don't know that, the vultures are waiting to feed on you. When you sign these cable bills, anything you sign, you got to know what a contract is and what contracts is all about, or else you're going to get fed on by vultures. What do you think is happening? A lot of artists in the music business get mad and they had to kill them off. That's why all these artists is dying. Why? Because they got into the music business. They thought it was fun. They watch niggas on TV with the jewelry and the girls, and they think that it's fun and it's entertaining. And then once they get in the music industry and start signing, putting their signatures to shit, they find out there's a whole bunch of vultures waiting to eat them. And ain't nothing they can do about it, but sit back and just either run and give up or just lay down and die and let them eat them. Right? Uppercase, right? Right, James, you know this stuff, James. I know James Jones, they know this stuff. He hit a little hints I'm dropping. All caps, right? The upper caps, scrawl man. You go in there and you scrawl and you ain't got a brain like the scrawl man and the Wizard of Oz. If you go in there and you ain't got a brain, the vultures will land on you and feed off of you. They'll feed off of you. You're going to do, anytime you're going to do business with anybody, you make sure you double check them people out because they could be a vulture and taking advantage of you. Like I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna give you some examples of some, what stuff that's happening. Like, okay, like see me, I'm a regular guy. So when they come to do my roof on my house and it's $3,000, like what they normally charge. They charge me $3,000. But if I got chains and all this on when I go out there, or if they got some rich rapper, they gonna charge me $10,000. That's what vultures do. They when they see look at you and see that you more healthy and got more, your pockets more fatter, well, they gonna want to dig down and eat down until you more better. So yeah, the price really 10,000, man. You know, I was they start scratching their head and shit when they talking. That's how you know they run a game, right? It said all law. It said all is law. That's right. That's right, brother Rika Shy 7. Yeah, so you got to be aware that this is going on, man. Be aware that there's vultures around. And when you're moving in these different systems in the matrix, make sure your signature is how they can get to you. See, that's your signature. See, like, okay, when people get ready to die, they want them to, these vultures, they come in with the wheel. We got to have a wheel so we can figure, we got to have your signature on that wheel. That's a contract. They want to get that wheel signed so they can get that money, man, so they can feed off of the dead. So when we all rich white folks finna die, all they different family members come around and try to get them to sign a will if they ain't already got one. Sign this will. Let me get your autograph. Let me get power of attorney. See, a power of attorney is for somebody that can't speak for themselves, that's incompetent, that's retarded, that's too old to speak, or he's deaf, or he's blind. That's the only reason you need a lawyer. A lawyer is a vulture. A lawyer is a demon. Rob Haynes already pointed it out. It's an advocate. And it's not all lawyers. It's just the ones that's accusing people, trying to get them put into hell, jail, which is hell. Right? The devil is here to accuse people to put them into jail. Now we got down to the real, what the devil is all about. The devil is the DEA. The devil is the one that's blaming you, they accuse you to put you in jail, which is really hell. Don't believe me? Ask anybody or your family members that went to jail and ask them, is it welding and gashing the teeth in jail? Ask them, is it welding or gashing? Ask them, is jail here? The niggas that did the real time in the penitentiary. Ask them, is it vultures in there? It's, man, see, a lot of vultures locked up in prison, man. It's so many vultures in there, man, ready to feed off of you. Ready to, they say fresh meat when you walking in. These vultures. But like I say, vultures, they hang out in big cities, but they mostly like country area because there's more food out here. But these type of vultures, the nature vultures, birds, but these type of vultures, they like hanging out in big cities, and like because it's more dead there, right? It's more people. They waiting to feed out for you. All these different government structures that feed off of violence and crime is all vultures. The police that's feeding off of the Nubian community on the tickets and just pretty much messing with us all around and arresting us and giving us charges. A charge, it can be, you can spin that word a lot of different ways. You can spin that word a lot of different ways. But they feed off us. We feed the vultures, the people that's ignorant. And and it's not y'all on here. Most of y'all are aware of what's going on YouTube that's with us, the Young Elder Gang, right? But a lot of our family members are not aware of certain rules and regulations that these people got to follow. Remember, Morpheus told Neo, he said they can never be stronger than you. Why? Because they got to follow rules. But if you don't know the rules they got to follow, you can't hold them to it. They got to have 3 forms of ID. They got to tell you their name and badge number. They got to honor the Constitution because they swore oath on that. They got to honor. So if you hold your square and you know they got to follow those rules, you got to hold. You can hold them to it, and then most of the shit that you getting threatened by go away. but that shit is easier than said than done because you got some real vultures, demons dressed in cop uniforms, and they'll blow your damn brains out for reaching for a wallet or reaching for a phone or having a burrito in your hand wrapped in foil that look like a weapon or shoot you right down in the damn back. You know? Hey, yeah, you're going to go back and listen to the front, man. We've been kicking it. We've been kicking it for a minute. This is the night class, how to move in a room full of vultures, how to move on your job. Sometimes you start telling these people your business, you tell too many people your business, you can tell the wrong person and that person could be a vulture and they can use that information against you as leverage. So on a job, I really don't talk too much of my personal business on a job. So they to employees, business and personal don't mix. Business is business. So when you at work, that's business. So you just the only thing you talk about is the business. Because if you start getting them, you start letting your boss and all these other people know your personal business. Now they cool with you. Now it seems like they can see that they can cross that line. Once you tell them your business, they can cross that line. It's a damn shame. Shaking my head. Hey, what you saying? What you mean by that? B Money? It's a damn shame you shaking your head. They tased me in the back. Yeah, okay, okay, all right. So they tased you in the back, probably thinking that just cause you black, right? You're saying that you black. They'll do it more like that too. But the more really don't let them get that far if they know the game. The more really don't let them get down to that far. But it depends on what city you in. Like these small hick towns, that they still got a little hate pulls, right? People get tased, people get shot. They'll twist the cops down here. They'll twist your cap back for moving. They saw you keep your hands out of your pockets. They see you going in that pocket, they'll blow you to the mark. I know it, man. They're doing the stuff like this. But you got women that want to take advantage of men. And I'm not, it's not all women, so women don't think that I'm attacking you. It's just a few women that take advantage of their vultures and they get these older men, these young women get these older men and they take their money, feed off of them, take their money, and then some of them never get what they want. The old man be thinking he gonna get some from the young girl, but he never get it. She just saying, and she telling her other vulture homegirls that I got this old cat, this sugar daddy, he give me money, he pay my bills, he do this, but I ain't giving him nothing. I ain't never giving him nothing. She a vulture. She a vulture. She feeding off of this dude. And he letting that chick take advantage of him. When he could just order him a blow up doll and he already got his money back and he'll be good for a while. Order him a blow up doll. He'll be good for a while. Instead of letting this chick feed off of him. Right? Because that's all you looking to do. They do this, man. Like I said, I'm telling you, I know it to be true because I got a cousin that do it. I got a cousin that actually goes around on the 1st and the 3rd and the 15th to like 5 or 6 different clients. She got the old man, right? And she take money from them for favors, right? I'm just gonna say it like that. And she's really a vulture, and she's feeding off of these old men, old guys. You gotta watch these young girls that try to play you, man. Tell me, I'll be giving y'all your money to these young girls, and you living on a fixed income. So if you get half of your money to this chick, and that's what they was doing. They was giving half of their money to my cousin, and they barely can even get food to make it the rest of the month and stuff because they giving it because she a vulture and she feeding off of these guys. She feeding off of these guys. And the vultures is always fishing for somebody else. The SS chick, yeah, they're going. Yeah, hey, look, these vultures, they always fishing for somebody. But the less people know, that's why me. I mean, I ain't that flashy. I like wearing a lot of rings and stuff because that's how my dad is. My dad wear a lot of rings. My granddaddy wore a lot of rings. And I have one or two chains. I'm a fly dude though. You know what I'm saying? But there's a lot of people out here that's waiting. All these different types. It's vultures in every damn walk of every business, every system. It's a vulture. It's a vultures on your job. It's vultures in the court system, ready to take advantage of you. It's vultures on the streets. Vultures could be in your family. It's always taking advantage of you. Sometimes, and you can't be a yes man. You can't be a yes man in this world because you saw that movie with Jim Carrey where he said yes to everything, and then eventually it started going bad for him because the nigga said, "Can I use your phone?" Yes. Can I have your phone? Yes. Uh, can I have your pants? Yes. Can I have your shirt? Yes. The homeless guy get all your shit, and then he butt naked, and then he says, "Yeah, can I have that $500 you got too?" Yes. By the time you say yes so many times, your ass is out. Yeah, you got vultures. It's right time you got vultures in relationships. Now you got some chicks are long term vultures. They'll land on your ass and sit there and like that chick did my grandpa. They up there took care of him just to get his social security check for 2 or 3 years. Come in. These vultures are the hot like the skilled vultures, they'll come in and marry you. And then then you ain't sign that you sign that you don't know nothing about contract. You didn't sign no prenup contract. And now she taking all your money. Like what happened to Michael Jordan, but he had so much money, you know. Shaquille O'Neal gave Shanti $200 million. How much money he got? Shaquille O'Neal almost a billionaire though, right? And he paying alimony. One dude paying $20,000 a month. What they happen to Chingy, man? Them vultures got out to Chingy, man. I like it where you do it right there. That nigga there, the vultures got a hold of him. That's why you don't see him no more. The vultures were with Hurricane. When Hurricane came down here, came to Dallas, when I was with him that day that I was telling you about, there was vultures all around her. You couldn't even get to them. So many vultures want to eat on them. Right? You couldn't even get to them. Yeah, you got the yeah, that's right, Carl. Them blood. So yeah, you got vampires. They a little different. They want to steal your energy. Like say you got them on your job too. Your boss could be a vampire. Or some manager on your job that's always fucking with you could be a vampire. Because you a happy being and your energy is always positive. They'll come to you with something negative or come to you. It could be what they're telling you to do and the way they're telling you to do it just to get under your skin and fuck with you and ruin your day. So you can leave there. So you can leave there with negative energy on you, thinking about the job. When you clock out your job, you're supposed to forget about your job. You don't even exist when you clock out, unless you're on a job that where you on call and where they got to call you in. Yeah, them vampires, that one boss that just walk up to you, y'all gotta do this, y'all got, it's just a bad energy when they come around. You already like me to block them from even coming around. I did everything that I know to do on the list, or everything they always complain about. I made sure it was done. That way I could keep these people from around me bringing that negative energy. You got to be able, you got to set it up like that. Even when I was a little kid, with my stepdad, I knew how he was. So I always make sure everything was clean. That way he ain't get a chance to put no negative energy on me. He didn't get no chance to put no negative energy on me. Although everything worked out for his good though, because I learned a lot from my stepdad too, as far as my swag and how I dress and how the player. My stepdad was more of a player than my dad. He more was a fresh. He liked to be gators and boots, and he got the swag. You know what I'm saying? My stepdad got the swag. Marsha got the swag, bro. Much love and respect. Yeah, so you got these different you got to be set it up to where you can keep these vultures from you. And one is not telling everybody on your job, your business, or whatever establishment you're going to. Not giving them all your business. You got to limit it what you tell people that ain't your family. You know what I'm saying? Like your wife, like I tell my wife everything. So because we on the same team. But you go and tell them the opposite team your plays, and you telling them what you got going on at the house, or I'm about to move, or I'm about to do this, or I'm putting this and that. See, when people get in your business, they start to assume things. And if you start telling them a little bit, they assume the rest, and then from that they can judge on how they treat you, right? They can judge. They can say, "Oh, this person's friendly. He telling me all his business." So I'm gonna go to him and make him volunteer every time. So you getting good with people, and you telling them all your business, your boss. Now he gonna be freely to come to you. Now it can be a good. It's always a good side and a bad side to everything. The bad side is that once he friendly with you and you know your business, he gonna be coming to you to do more work, or he gonna depend on you to do more things. Now that could get you more brownie points with him, because 30 minutes of butt kissing is equivalent to 4 years of college. Kiss for 30 minutes of one of my teachers taught me this. 30 minutes of ass kissing is equivalent to 4 years of college. So that means that you can be there working out at 15 years, and a new guy come in, he stick his nose right in the crack of hit the boss's ass and sniffing around, and now he your boss, and you got to train him. I done had some shit like that happen to me on the job. A guy, it was Jewish guy. Jewish guy came in, he didn't know shit, and he came in as a manager, and I wasn't even a manager, but I was working to be a manager. And they made me train this dude to get my job. Gave him my job, and then I even took the test for this nigga to get the manager job. I took the test for him, and I took the test for him to get the store manager job. But he ended up getting a store manager job, and he called me over to be his. He didn't even want me to be assistant because he picked one of his own kind. It's how white folks do you. You help white folks, they vultures, man. Not all white folks, but the ones I dealt with, these Jews. I dealt with Jews, guys. This Jewish guy, man, his name was Jason. That's what his name. Look, on a job, I was working on a job. I'm gonna tell you how vultures work. I was working on a job. I'm a smart guy. I read and do this, right? Now the test that you take to get the manager position, it's online. You gotta take it's like about 300-400 questions. You gotta get like a certain percentage in order to be bumped up to manager. Now I had already took the test, but I hadn't got bumped up to manager yet because they was waiting. But they brought some Jewish dude in, the small hat guy. Brought him in, put him in the manager position, and he hadn't even passed the test yet because he was homeboys with another white guy that was over the store manager. So I end up the nice guy that I am. I took the test for him, right? Passed it for him, and then once he solidified his job, he tried to butter me up and get me in because he a vulture. And then he got the store manager position came open for a store that was like nobody wanted to go to this store because everybody always get fired because of the loss prevention and other things of that store. So they offered Jason that store, and he went over to that store, and then he know me, man. Everywhere I go, I bet you, and this dude, even though he did me wrong, I bet you he'll vouch and talk and tell you what type of guard that I am. That store was trash. Me, I'm a type of person, I'm a clean. I like to clean. I cannot be in a place work at a place, sleep at a place, and that shit's nasty, man. I just can't do it. I just can't do it, man. So you can ask my wife, I'm always clean. And I got a 1-year-old, about to be 2, and a 3-year-old, well, 4-year-old, Haru 4 now. And Haru, he don't really mess up that much. But Hakeem, man, Hakeem. But I gotta clean. I gotta clean if I come into a place. Okay. So at that new store, when I went over there, he didn't even hire me as a manager. He hired me as the lead and hired some other white guy for that. After I got him the job, I supposed to have that assistant store manager job, and I got him that job. And I could have got the job for myself, but I got him the job and it was trying to help him out. And how he would pay me later on down the line, I had a flat on my car one day, and it's a tie that was in there, like a donut that was used to use on the balance machine. This was working for Gateway Tires. And my tire went flat, but we were about to close, and I didn't have the money to get a tire right then. So I needed something to put some on my car to go home. So I went in there and asked Jason. I said, Jason, can I use this tire right here to put on my car so I can drive it home? And then tomorrow when I come back, I get some money from my girl. When I come back, I put the tire on. So he's like, yeah, cool. So I drove the car, put that on the tire on the car and drove it home. All right, the next day we come back to work. Just so happened the head loss prevention got there, right? He rolling back the cameras. He see me take that red wheel and put it on my car. All right. And so he come to us and asking did I steal it? He come to everybody asking did they steal it. Jason denied. Jason could have got in trouble for letting me hold that wheel, but he didn't know, but he found out then. So he denied that he let me hold the wheel. And so I got fired. Jason, the dude that I helped get the job, the dude that I helped move up to a manager, move up to store manager, he told them that he don't know nothing. He didn't tell me that I could get the wheel. This is how white boys do you, man. And then I got fired off the job because they said that I stole the wheel that I asked him for the drive home with. And the other white boy was in there too, the old man that he hired from the other store. He was in there too. He heard Jason tell me I can get that wheel, and he went along with Jason. They stuck together with each other, and they got me fired after all that work that I did. After all that work I did to get him that job. He's a vulture. He fed off of me, fed off of my skills until he got all the way to the top, and then to hell with me. Right? This type of shit. That type of shit. Yeah, Hakeem. Hey, what Hakeem at, baby? I think Hakeem sleep. I think, oh, there you go right there. Nah, I don't want him to come. I'm bringing him in here. He ain't sleep. He's smiling right at me right now, holding on to my wife. Don't call him in here, man. He be screaming and shouting and shit. Hey, but we about to get ready to get off. We might come back on again tonight. But we already got 3 tapes out for today. Go check out the Inside of the Mothership Part 1, Inside of the Mothership Part 2. Right? We hitting you every day, 3 times a day, at least. Sometimes twice a day. No less than 1 time a day. So tomorrow we're gonna try to be on for the 9 o'clock class. Tomorrow, check out the Raw Hang tapes. Check out the that water tape, the hidden message in water. Man, you gotta check out that tape. It's a lot of information in that tape, the hidden message behind water. So, man, as soon as you get off, you might want to go check that tape out first. Right? Hey, I got 140 some people in here. Everybody hit the like before they get out, man. And if you want to show us some love, right? We're gonna don't do the super chat. We're gonna put the Cash App in the link. We take $1, $10, $5, whatever you got. And if you feeling lucky and you really wanna get some love coming your way from a young elder, send your brother $100 and you will put me in the game. You will put me in the game, bro, if you do that. I'm telling you. So we love you, man. And we might even come back with a part 2 on this because this is an interesting subject with all these different people trying to feed off us. We the reason why half of the world is rich. They rich off of our backs. We spend our money at their stores. We go to the Korean stores and buy hair. We go to these Iranians and buy gas and liquor. We go to Africans to buy clothes. And so it's all these everybody else is feeding off of niggas. Vultures feed off the dead. So we are dead because we call ourselves black, right? Even though I know I put the black extraterrestrial tape out, right? But we call ourselves black and we're not standing up and honoring our mothers and our fathers. So every other culture is feeding off of us. They taking advantage of us in our communities. They own all the tire shop now. It used to be Nubians owning tire shops. Now I know Mexicans, every other culture vulturizes our culture and feed off of us in our community because of the dead, the mentally dead people that don't know no better. So we need to rise up and not and wake the hell up so we can stop being fed on by vultures, man. Whether it be in the court systems. Think about how many brothers they got eating, man, eating alive. Brothers that got 1 million. How you gonna do 3 life sentences? Man, he ain't never getting out. He been vulturized. And they do all the same crimes and they get slaps on the wrist. They get slaps on the wrist, man. Yeah, we gotta stop letting these people vulturize us, man. As a not only as individuals, but as a whole, as a nation of Nubians. We gotta stop letting these people feed off of us because we ain't woke. Women, stop going by this damn hair from these Koreans. This horse hair, this Hindu hair. When you already got hair, nice hair. And if your hair won't grow, we finna have a website set up with me and my wife where we selling the hair growth formulas. We can grow your hair back. So you can get it all natural. So you can be connected back with the 5th dimension. Connected back with, ain't gonna be none of them hairdos you got going on with that hair you putting in your head, them tracks. And what is a track? A place where pimps used to put hookers on. So what they tell you. So we love you all. Hey, everybody hit that like. Shout out to brother Michael Shields, man. Shout out to sister Sarah Mother. Right? Hit that like. Hey, shout out James Jones Bay, man. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that bell. Right? And if we don't drop something, we drop something every day. So if they don't give you a notification, make sure you come back and check every day. We got something for you, man. We dropped 3 tapes today. You probably don't see part 2 to the Inside of Mothership Numeru. Part 2 is go harder than part 1. So you see part 1 on there, Inside of Mothership Numeru, check that out. But that water tape, that hidden message in water tape, man, that tape that's a hit. You need to go check that out. So we're about to get ready to get off. We love you all. We'll be back on at 9 tomorrow, or we might be back on tonight. Depends on how it goes. We might be back on tonight, man, with another subject. But we want you to be aware of what's going on. Be aware of these people feeding off us as a nation, especially in the court system. Especially in the court system, how they're taking advantage of us. They're taking advantage of us because we don't know. We perish because for the lack of knowledge. Right? So free yourself. Free yourself, brothers and sisters. Free yourself from the vulture culture. We out of this thing, man. Islam, peace, hotel. I show divine love throughout the